Colorado and in Maine, whether it could end up giving Trump more fuel for his claims that he's being politically persecuted and mistreated. Could this all sort of backfire and end up helping it?
Well, in the political arena, Donald Trump will continue to make arguments that are sort of untethered to the truth and unbound by, the rules of evidence. It will be a very different matter when these cases are in court. But what I really like, Stephen, is there is a nugget buried in the ruling from the Colorado Supreme Court. And what they did was they actually quoted a ruling by then Judge Neil Gorsuch on the very question of whether states get to disqualify people from state election ballots. Here is what then Judge Gorsuch said. Now, of course, Justice Gorsuch. He said a state's legitimate interest in protecting the integrity and practical functioning of the political process permits the state to exclude from the ballot candidates who are constitutionally prohibited from assuming office. I have to say that feels like a little bit of foreshadowing on at least how Judge Gorsuch, now Justice Gorsuch, will approach this issue.
Fascinating to see how that will play out, and an interesting tidbit there for certain. Glenn, in that Colorado case, though, the state GOP, they are the ones who've asked the Supreme Court to review these specific questions. If you would, talk to us about their request and what it entails.
Yeah, I think Jordan, who was commenting a few moments ago about how we're all kind of just waiting for this issue to land at the Supreme Court, whether Donald Trump is qualified or disqualified from being on a presidential ballot. I think inevitably it will hit the Supreme Court, and they will have to wrestle with the issue of whether the plain language of Section 3 of the 14th Amendment, which says any office holder who takes an oath and swears allegiance to the Constitution, who then engages in insurrection or gives aid and comfort to those who do, that person is disqualified from holding office in the future. I'm not sure how the Supreme Court might manage to work its way around what is the plain, unambiguous language of Section 3 of the 14th Amendment, but I suspect we'll know soon enough.
Even more uncharted territory. All right, Glenn Kirshner, thank you. And coming up